Hello, I'm tall. Can we just not look at the ugly plants on top? Thank you very much. It's getting sorted out. Hello everyone, my name is Miro. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me today. This is the first video that I'm recording in December. And since I uploaded my last video, several things have happened. I got hit by a car. YouTube has taken down my video because they think that I'm linking corn in the description. And yes, we have resurgence of mealybugs. Well, resurgence, maybe not so much. They never really left completely, but they are multiplying. Can someone ban them? Thank you very much. So we are going to deal with the cabinet today. I need to water these plants. We have Hoya fausiana in bloom. I don't know if we have anything else in the cabinet blooming. I don't think so. I do want to see if I will remove some of the plants from the cabinet and put them here. We are also going to think about potentially not painting the cabinet, but definitely using some type of a finish on the inside. But there is probably not going to be enough time for all of that. So we will just do what we have time for and what we have coffee for, because coffee is very important for today. I will also tell you what happened. Don't worry, I'm not just gonna leave it at that. We're gonna chat, of course. I do have to remove a couple of these vandas so I can open the door. This one is getting bigger. The flower is getting bigger. It's gonna be purple one. Not gonna bore you too much with orchids today, though I did go to look for some orchids. Unfortunately, no one seems to be ordering orchids that I want to buy. All right, I think that should be enough once I remove the cart. Can we access this? I actually think I need to remove these as well. Okay, it should be enough of the removing. Yep, there we go. Okay, so we will have to adjust you. We do have quite a lot to deal with here. Unfortunately, the mealybugs have gone up. They are spreading up and up and up. They were not present on this last shelf, but I did see some here. I'm just going to keep you right there because it's much better facial exposure. You can see that my plants are a little bit underwatered, like my poor inner variegated Hoya valeniana. Poor little baby. We did save her from almost croaking several times, and I definitely should not underwater her, but here we are. The world is just a harsh place. The roots are fine though. She does like the mix. I think I need to figure out which Hoya in this cabinet should go into some sort of a self-watering system. And then we have my Tuna bawanensis. This is also a rescue. They're doing really well. They rotted completely. Now it's a little bit overexposed, I would say, but very, very beautiful plants. I would say probably one of my favorite inner variegated Hoya. Is this true? Let me just... No, it's absolutely true. I don't see anything that's as nice as this one. So definitely absolute truth. Then probably Valeniana comes in second, but terrible attitude. I need to water those. I think I killed my Passiflora. It's... You know, I used to grow Passiflora really well, and that plant got cooked outside, and I just never was able to get Passiflora again to thrive. I mean, it's absolutely my fault. I think I might just throw this away. I'm gonna try to water it, see if it recuperates, but probably not. She actually just fell in the trash by herself. I'm glad to see that mostly this top shelf remains problem-free. We have a problem with my accent today. This is a gorgeous Hoya sigillatis AH001. Some Hoya sigillatis did come into Europe that I thought were like this one, but they're not. And this one has been small for a long time. She hasn't grown in a while, but finally I can see a bunch of new growth. So that makes me happy. Absolutely dry, unfortunately, as if I have no influence over that. I do want to show you a Hoya in bloom. Hoya, the true Fausiana as they call it, as if there is a fake Fausiana. Why do people do this? Why do we write Hoya Fausiana true? The other one is Hoya Fausiana subspecies ungulata, but it's just like subspecies Fausiana this. It's not truer or faker than anyone else. I'm surprised I didn't see a mealybug on the, it's here. I was gonna say I'm surprised I'm not seeing mealybug on the flower, but I actually do see one hiding. So very cute flower. I wouldn't say it's my favorite. It's let me zoom in. It is a pretty flower and the leaves are pretty, but this Hoya is extremely, extremely expensive. And the flowers, they don't last that long. They're not that big. The leaves can get very pretty, but once again, it's just extremely expensive. I got this from Basie, which actually is responsible in a way for my YouTube channel getting flagged. Let's talk about that. YouTube thinks I'm making, or that I'm sharing corn. You know, I got a lot of Hoya from Basie and Basie Begonia. She had a shop, Hoya My Gosh, and I wanted to sort of help her out. So every time I would put in my description, there is a new Hoya boutique, hoyamygosh.com, right? I don't know how much traffic that got her. I was hoping at least some. Yeah, YouTube in one of my videos, repotting from pawn, they were just like, this video in the description has a link that leads to a porn site that contains nudity. I'm like, no, it doesn't. Basie closed her shop and she does not own that domain, and when you visit hoyamygosh.com, there's nothing there. You will get this message saying that you're blocked, but YouTube is like, corn. So I appealed it. I don't know what YouTube is gonna do, but they did take down the video, so I'm not happy about that. I went through about 50 of my videos after that and edited the description wherever it said hoyamygosh.com. I removed it. I'm so glad not the rest of the videos got flagged instantly, because this was done by the algorithm, by the ever so smart AI. AI is so great. We love stupid ass AI. Anyway, what was I going on about? Remind me. Why aren't you here to remind me? Yeah, I removed that from the description, but just imagine if 50 of my videos got taken down in one go. Like, they would absolutely shut down my channel. It would be gone. Because that's like absolutely way too many videos to get flagged. So, thankfully, that didn't happen. Obviously, it's a mistake. Obviously, I do not have any links that lead you to corn, nor do I create corn, but I might need to create corn. Oh, can I say corn? Corn. Editing Miro, put corn, 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 corn. Everywhere. Anyway. Where was I? Once again, I don't have any links that lead to corn, nor do I create corn, but I might need to after this. So, you know, if you see OnlyFans, you know, just get ready. All jokes aside, which I hope are just truly jokes. Imagine though. Not great. Just waking up to that instant anxiety and panic. And then they're like, why do you have anxiety? Oh, I don't know. Maybe because YouTube can take down my entire channel on a whim, and it's actually pretty hard to appeal. Sometimes they're like, no, you are incorrect. That is absolutely a good reason why we flagged your channel, when it's not. Now, I do have some plants here that have not been doing so well, like my Hoya coriacea, which, you know, probably because it's dry, but also I just don't think she's loving the cabinet. So I'm going to take Hoya coriacea out of it and just leave it here. I know this plant is capable of tremendous growth, but I never got tremendous growth out of this one. I did get tremendous growth out of Farah's, and that one I cut and it's growing again, and I have one in the cabinet that's also from her. So I think this one is just gonna go out. This is from Cartel Dawn. The roots are really good. I do need to get rid of this gunk, and like there is some water there, so suck it in. Gee, do what the plant is supposed to do. Does it smell bad? Oh yes, it does, it does. It smells just the way it looks. It's green. It's absolutely disgusting, and it does smell disgusting. So I think I need to move you a little bit down. I do see I have some mold, so I will actually try to clean this cabinet with castile soap, and I might actually go to a wood store, they sell finishes, etc., and see if they do have something that I can use to finish this. The issue with that is obviously it is winter, it's going to stink, and you know, just give me mild poisoning, but hey, maybe it's worth it. These seedlings from my Hoya flagellata are just constantly struggling. And this one has mealybugs. They're mostly thriving on this bottom shelf, the mealybugs, not the plants. I mean, the plants a little bit, but the mealybugs are really in the thrive mode. My goodness, the way that they are on these peduncles on Hoya. I see a mealybug on top of pawn as well. Well, that's not great, is it? Who is she? I might need to restart this. Hoya cutis porcellana. Hoya cutis porcellana has a good amount of mealybugs on her. I'm not really sure what to do. I'm thinking about tossing the plant. This is a severe infestation. Every single peduncle has mealybugs. I think I'm going to restart that. Yeah, every single peduncle has mealybugs, so I'm taking off the peduncles. That's done. Now, what the heck is happening with this one? H021, which is also a Hoya that I like. There's a bunch of mold on top from the old flowers on this one, so we actually need to repot this. This is beyond nasty. I actually will vomit in disgust. This is really a problem when you have a Hoya that starts to bloom like crazy. You can't clean the top of the potting mix. Like, people who grow Hoya, what the heck do you do? How do you clean that? There's like a layer of dead flowers. We're gonna deal with cutis porcellana in a separate video. You know, on the bright side, if there is ever a bright side to these things, I do find that mealybugs tend to prefer a plant rather than, you know, getting on a bunch of them. And cutis porcellana in this cabinet is that plant. She is the it girl. I'm sorry, you are the it girl. They love you. They are just so thrilled with you, girl, all over you. I'm so glad I was never popular like that. We have a beautiful Hoya kaikoyana that had tremendous amount of mite issues, but she is better now. She did make me a beautiful leaf. I do need to spray this plant too, but this bloomed for me. Unfortunately, we lost that peduncle, so she hasn't rebloomed since, but truly a lovely, lovely flower. Now, to me, this is much more worth it than Hoya Fausiana. The Kaikoyana is absolutely worth it to me. It's a much prettier flower. This one is dark red. I will show you. I was terrified I was going to lose her. We do have another Hoya Fausiana. I do wonder if I should sell one of these or try to trade. And there's no mealybugs on this one, even though she was right next to the cutis porcellana. Obviously not an interesting plant for the mealybugs. You're not the it girl, and I get it. I really do get it. She's not an it girl. Oh, poor baby, she's an outcast. Don't worry. There's always someone for everyone, or whatever they say, to make you feel better. Ugh. The floor of the cabinet, the wood is getting a little bit nasty, and this is what happens when you don't finish a cabinet. I also do think we're going to have to do a thorough clean of the door. So I guess maybe you can just name this video, "This is what it looks like when your mother is a Virgo," because this is gonna be, I'm gonna go in here with a toothbrush. Oh my God, mealybugs on the glass. We're going to also treat these plants with castile soap first, but we need to water them. That's priority number one. After we water them, we can do the castile soap, and the day after, the insecticide. This one hasn't been growing. I think something's wrong with this Hoya as well. This is Hoya, I never know how to pronounce this, Geneve. There's a little bit of an issue. The potting mix is cocoa husk, but it is positively nasty. However, I don't think that's why she's not growing, because everything that I do see, or most of it, seems good. I do think I want to repot this to a different mix. Pure cocoa husk has not worked out for some. It has worked miracles for some, but for others not so much. We have a colony of what I assume is mold. It was grown from a tiny cutting, and I think I maybe only cut it once. So we do need to do something with this to get her going, because right now she's giving fake plant vibes. And then Tequila Sunrise, which Tequila Sunrise has never been a plant that thrived for me. I assume the roots are crap, so we will take a look at that also in a separate video. But also no mealybugs on this. So I really don't know how do they make their choice, but this girl is also not popular. My Hoya Ruthie, which I made a Patreon highlight on just recently, has had mealybugs, but I don't see any. It wouldn't be the worst idea to re-trellis this plant just to get things in order and clean a little bit better. I also need to clean the pots. We are at that stage where there is a buildup of algae / cyanobacteria. What's in there? What's moving? Maybe springtails. Yeah, I think these are springtails. Oh, they're probably going to die because there's no water. Lol. I will give them some water. This is a gorgeous verticillata that bloomed for me only once. It is a verticillata with pink flower. I don't even think I have a good photo. I didn't notice it right away, and as all verticillata, it doesn't last all that long. So unfortunately, we just don't have a good photo. This one needs to be retrellised as well. It's a mess. It's giving mess vibes. Verticillatas do really well in just cocoa husk and in self-watering. They just drink fast enough, and it's never too wet. One of the issues with stuff like, for example, this Hoya Geneve, she does have a lot of roots, but this cocoa husk is so wet. It's really not working out for her, so it's nasty. She's just not drinking that water fast enough. You know, cocoa husk is not a uniform mix, so it's not drying out well. And it has just led to putrid looking mix. But to be fair, this also happens with pon. It also happens with bark and moss. With some of them, it's truly fantastic. With some of them, it's not. This one, great in pon. Mealybugs aside, we're not gonna think about that. This one, putrid. With bark and moss as well, again, less. That one seems to work more uniformly across the board, but it's just really why I'm never one mix rules them all. This isn't Lord of the Rings. It's just have to tinker with the mixes all the time. So, Phociana doing really well. This is a plant I struggle with so much, and I think it's time to move her out and see what can we get. This is Affinity Lambi, and I just think the light is way too much. Affinity Lambi didn't do well for me, the non-splashy version nor the splashy version. I bloom them constantly, and this is the splashy version. It's just doesn't thrive here. Now it's stuck. The root system is good, but the plant isn't growing, and I cut it back. It did have a little bit more leaves, And it does start to grow really fast and then it just doesn't. And I think it's too much light. I mean, we can see this is a pathetic small leaf. That's not good. So I'm going to put her out here, which I'm going to remember by just putting her away right away. And maybe it's not just the light, maybe it's the lack of circulation in the cabinet, which I'm guilty for, but I'm most likely not going to solve that issue today. And by most likely, I mean, I absolutely won't, but what I can do, because I have some space in these carts, is I can instantly move the plant out. Hoya Rai also is very weird Hoya. I think Rai is related to caudatas, right? Or am I just misremembering? Listen, it's not pretty. I think we need to put it on a trellis or something. It's not very pretty. And by that I mean it's absolutely ugly. It might have better luck outside of the cabinet. The issue with the cabinet, and just the issue that I recently realized a lot of my collection has, is too much light. It's too much light everywhere, all across the board. It is something that I will fix, but it's not something I will fix right away. So we'll have to wait a little bit. Of course you're gonna fall over, you miserable. Interestingly, mealybugs don't seem to be interested in Hoya Waimanie from Capuas. Why, I don't know. It's a beautiful plant. Mealybugs have a terrible choice. This also always gets dehydrated. Waimanie from Capuas is much faster growing than my regular Waimanie, but my regular Waimanie, interestingly, is blooming not currently, but it blooms much better in lower light. What's up with that? I thought Waimanie was supposed to be a plant that you have to burn. It does grow relatively well. My issue with Waimanie, as always, is it just makes huge vines and not leaves all the time. We do have a new leaf here. I mean, absolutely beautiful. Truly a Hoya that I'm going to forever have. It doesn't really need a repot, but it just goes through that water like crazy. You are insane, little baby. You know what? I actually probably should look also for better cover pots for them, which I might do. Another misery is Hoya peninsularis. Hoya peninsularis, I don't know what to tell you. This is such a difficult plant. Such as, not even mealybugs want this one. So stubborn. Doesn't grow a lot. For me, it does bloom. We did have root issues, so we fixed that, but flower is beautiful. Leaves are gorgeous, but extremely difficult. And I just don't know if it's mites, if it's the lack of circulation. What is it? I do see a new growth here and potentially here. Some people say she doesn't like to dry out, but if I go overboard, she is going to rot. I think we need a different cover pot for her as well. These are not working. Oh, no, don't. Oh, actually, you can touch that. There's no mealybugs there. Very little that's left for my latifolia. I think I'm gonna take latifolia out as well. She's just not, it's too much light for this latifolia. Though I see she's going to bloom, but yeah, I'm not gonna waste space on latifolia, honestly, in the cabinet. It's time to get that girl out, as well as this latifolia that's been struggling forever. And I do have a replacement for that. This end is so disgusting, I might just chop it off, because it's getting on my nerves. I know that it might grow from that end, but I'm absolutely not going to wait for that. And instantly look is improved. Oof, I can't even begin to tell you how nasty this looks. We really need to scrub, potentially even sand. Woodworking lesson number 1, do not leave unfinished wood for plants. Who thought? I knew it. I knew it was a bad idea. I just hoped that magically it wasn't gonna be. Magic isn't real. This one also hasn't grown for a while. I do wonder if I should try it in a different spot. This is Hoya hanie. It does have a mealybug nest as always. I think I'm going to try her out of the cabinet. I did intend to use the bottoms of these, which let's actually check if that works. Does it work? Yeah, we can totally put stuff here. So we will do that. I will put some stuff on the bottom here. This is supposed to be a separate video. I probably will never edit that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put some Hoyas there. Not tremendous amount, but some. So I can free up the space in the cabinet, not because I'm getting more Hoya, but I don't know, it wouldn't be the worst to leave a level even empty. And I can pack it with prop boxes too. So that's actually what I can do to propagate some of the Hoya. I'm not stopping with the cabinets. In fact, I am doing the opposite, but not everything is gonna grow well. Not everything is gonna grow well. Okay, I think it's time to sort of water. We're having an absolute chaotic moment. Please stop it. One moment. So this is my neighbor's cat, and he comes sometimes, and I let him. My hair is wet. I just washed my hair in the video. Hi. Let people hear how you purr. No, that's bark. Do you want to say something? Hey. Hello, mister. Oh, yes. Oh, look at you. Hey. No, don't eat bark. Let it go. Let it go. Stop being chaotic. Stop. Did we eat bark? Let me see. Did we eat bark? Hi. Don't be chaotic. Let's not be chaotic. No. That's a whole... No. Stop. No. Stop it. Calm. We want calm energy, okay? That's not calm energy. No. Stop. Stop. We're cleaning. Yes. I'm petting him with a brush. This is my cleaning brush. I'm just brushing him with this. Hi. Does that feel good? We want to play? Oh, do we want to play? Do we want to play? No, please stop trying to eat bark. I do believe that cats probably won't eat bark. You're making the cleaning harder. I'm just gonna show, because you were so calm. You were such a good kitty before you super relaxed in here. Now he's super relaxed. And he's not being a good kitty anymore. Like, he used to be such a good kitty. Can we see him? Hi, mister. Hi, hi. Look at that. You never did this. You relaxed too much. No, no. No, 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 no. Hey, 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 hey. No, no. I know you're playing. I know you love to play. Don't eat bark. No. Let's stop. Let me clean. Mister, let me clean. Let me clean. No. I will terrorize you. Yes, I will terrorize you. Can we see us? Hi. What do you have to say for the camera? It's a microphone. Yes? Do you like the microphone? Boop. Boop. Oh. You're playing with the microphone. Actually, this is the side. You're talking to this side. I don't think he wants to say anything. Yes? Can you meow? I would like to water, mister. Oh, look at you. Look at you. Okay, and now what? What are you doing? No. Dude. That's a rock. Have to close this cabinet because I would like to water. Mister keeps trying to eat rocks, even though he's really well fed. That's a charger. Oh God. I will put you in the closet. I will put you in the closet. I wanted to introduce this cat as a super chill and calm cat, and he is most of the time. But tonight, or actually today, he's not being very chill. Today he's being very explorative, very feisty kitty today. I think he wants to go out of the room. He wants to explore the rest of the house. So I guess I'll be back. Yes, I'm coming. I'm just gonna be back later with water. I'm coming. I have to work. Who's gonna buy the food? Yes. I'm coming. So I'm back for the billionth time today. Well, it's tomorrow. It is past midnight. I have to be a little bit quiet because everyone is asleep. It's 20 minutes past midnight. I have to water these plants, okay? So we will do like a quick montage. I will stop talking very soon. Everyone is asleep. Even the cat is asleep in the other part of the house. He was very spicy today. I adore him. He came in 4 times. He was in and out today. He typically just comes in, stays for like 4, 5, 6 hours, and goes out. Today it was like 30 minutes in, out, 30 minutes in. I was like back and forth. I'm your servant. Apparently, I'm his servant. So anyway, I'm just gonna quickly do the watering so we can treat the Hoya tomorrow. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the cabinet because of the sap slash mold stuff. I think I will first try to clean the wood with water, like warm watering castile soap. I don't know if that's smart, but it is what I will most likely end up doing. And then if sanding needs to happen, it will. And then I might protect the wood with something, but the issue is it's winter and any stuff like a wood stain, typically they only have like a pretty toxic wood stain here. I'll have to actually go and see if there is something. I don't know if like wood wax is gonna do anything, if they even have wood wax here. Let's get with the watering at 0:22 or 3, whatever the time is now. It's past midnight and I'm watering. The angles I select for these videos may not be cinematic, but they are realistic. I call for shift in recording angles across the cinema and everywhere so this can become accepted. Anyway, I had to put all the Hoya back into the cabinet yesterday because, well, the cat was around and he was just very stimulated by all the Hoya outside of the cabinet. So I had to put them in and close them off, which means we get to take them out again. I will not bore you so much with that. Instead, I will just go through the plants that are in the cabinet right now and remove mealybugs manually with alcohol, and then I will go in with castile soap It's been a day. I watered last night, and they should be hydrated enough so we can actually deal with the mealybugs. We can spray, we can do the alcohol treatment. That's essentially what I'm going to be doing now, and drinking coffee. It is a little bit later in the day. It's not crazy late, but sorry, I had to get my sweatshirt off. It's not crazy late, but it is winter and it is so dark out that it makes me feel like it's 9 p.m. even though it's like barely even 4. I'm going to tell you what happened with the driving. So my friend, I don't know if you have seen Jelena. I think you have seen Jelena before, but long time in the video. She lives in Novi Sad. That is a city with about 500,000 people that's 45 minutes away from me or an hour away from me. She has a kid and she's about to have another one, but her kid is turning 2 actually tomorrow. Well, from the moment when I'm recording this video. And since she became a mother, we did not really see much of each other. We used to see each other every week. We sort of were selling plants together. I'm just using a cotton thingy to clear the leaves that have sap on them. Or sorry, not sap, but nectar. But anyway, we haven't seen much of each other. I haven't seen the kid. I'm not going to disclose the name because, it's not my kid. So I'm just going to refer to him as the kid. And I wasn't there for the first birthday. I don't think she was celebrating, but I was really gonna be there for the second one. So I told my sister I would really like to practice driving in this city because people are a little bit crazy there when it comes to driving. By crazy, I mean complete disregard of rules of traffic, driving like maniacs, etc. I did have a lot of anxiety about driving, and I don't have anxiety now, but I am aware that, traffic can be dangerous and, you need to be careful, and really the only way out is through. So you have to practice. So I was hoping that my sister and I could practice, and I told her like months ago, well, not months ago, a month ago, let's go to Novi Sad, and so I can practice, right? Going to Jelena's place, and for weeks we just, there was one or another thing for me to do and I couldn't go. And I was like, this past weekend, let's go. And everything was going well. Of course, we didn't, my sister is the kind of a person that is maybe a little bit self-centered. So when we went there, we didn't really practice right away. Instead, I was driving her around, which was stressful because she wanted to go to this shopping mall, the other shopping mall, and the other shopping mall. So I've been driving around for a while, which I don't think it really influenced anything. I was just a little bit annoyed because I really wanted us to focus on practice alone. Several different routes to go to Jelena, etc. But that really didn't happen. But anyway, at one point we went to this big Greek supermarket or whatever. It's called the Jumbo. I don't know if it's anywhere else in Europe, but they just have everything. And I don't even know why we went in there. And after that, I was like, you know what? I actually want to go to a garden store, like a tiny garden center. I want to go there. I want to see if they have some orchids, and it's the holiday season. They might have some nice stuff. Usually these places, they do order a little bit more special plants during the holidays because they know that people are going to spend a little bit more money. And everything was fine, no issues. It's a little bit high traffic to get there, but it was fine. And I was only inside for like maybe 2-3 minutes, so this was completely useless, didn't buy anything. And on the way back from that street in which the garden center is, it's not a main street, but it's like off from the main street. I might insert a map so you can just visualize. There is like a not a stop sign, there is like a traffic light to join the bigger boulevard, right? And the traffic light was red. However, I had the green right arrow. I was turning right. There was a green right arrow, so meaning that I have, in case there is no one, I have the right of way. And there were a couple of cars, but you can kind of start going and then you let them pass and then, you're free to go, which is exactly what I did. I went just a little bit up and into the intersection, but not merging or anything. Then you kind of stop, you wait. I mean, people who drive know this. And then, everything was fine. There was no one. And I was like, okay, let's go. I'm in the first gear, manual car, etc. You know how Europe is. So my speed isn't very fast, you know. In the meantime, I assume what happened is the traffic light did change and it became a little bit busier. And from the opposite direction, a guy comes and he turns left. So he's turning left from the opposite direction. He has no right of way. He's supposed to let essentially everyone in the intersection pass first before he can make that left turn. Not to mention, he's also supposed to turn into the innermost lane, right? So not into the right lane, but into the, obviously, well, the one next to it. I will just show where he's supposed to turn. And I don't know what was it, if he lost the control of the car, but he essentially went into my lane, and I still don't know how is it possible that he so quickly did this. I'm not slow, but you know, I was in the first gear, so it takes a moment for the car, especially for my car, it takes a moment for it to kind of develop the speed. He just, I don't know, he just was driving really fast, made his turn, got into the wrong lane. I immediately, like as soon as I saw him, as soon as my sister saw him, and she's been driving for 30 something years, she's like, stop. I immediately stop, brakes, you know, but it's just not enough, right? He was so close that, and it was raining, so my car kind of slid a bit and bam, into his passenger door. We went, or he didn't turn enough, right? He didn't go into his lane, and you know, who hit who, right? But it is his fault. He's not supposed to be there, and he's absolutely supposed to wait. So I just sit there and I'm like, wow, I can't believe this just happened. And, you know, I immediately start to spiral and catastrophize, as one does when one is anxious. And I don't even think about whether I'm right or wrong, if I made a mistake. I don't, if you were there with me, I would tell you, yeah, absolutely, totally my fault, which is concerning. And my friends told me, you really need to talk with a therapist about that. My sister goes right outside right away. She gets out of the car towards him. He gets out of the car and they start talking. I don't know what they're doing. I can't hear them. I'm just sitting in the car and I'm like, well, I guess the police are gonna come now, take my license away, maybe take me to the police station, to jail. You know, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna see the entire front part of the car is gone, and you know, I'm gonna have to pay billions of dollars to this guy because I hit him. And then I get out, so he comes towards my car, and I look, and there's like a tiny scratch. I will insert a photo on the bumper. It's like, okay, so nothing's wrong with the car. Let's move the cars and let's, you know, talk. And my sister's like, absolutely not, because you're not supposed to do that. You can call the police, and you don't always have to call the police if something is minor. You can just essentially make an agreement, exchange the insurance policies, etc. So he moves his car. I'm like, I'm not moving my car. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just like, you know, all four lights on in the intersection. And yeah, he moves his car, and then he comes back and he starts to ask if someone has a phone. He's not from here. He is, you know, the complex thing with Serbian. People from Bosnia say, you know, they speak Bosnian, or Montenegrin, Croatian, right? It's really all very similar. It's like a dialect, really. So I can absolutely understand him, and I can hear he's not from here. I look at the car, I see Austrian license plate. And he says, oh, it's not my car, it's my sister's. Can I have someone's phone so I can call her? So I'm like, yeah, sure, take my phone. I still don't even compute that it's not my fault. So he calls his sister, explains that he's been an idiot. And yeah, he's asking what to do. At the same time, I'm telling my sister, I have cash with me. We can give him the cash. It's fine, don't worry. And she just looks at me and she's like, shut up. It's not your fault. He went into us, was like, oh, really? It's not my fault. And I didn't even think about it until later when I analyzed it. And I'm like, it's totally not my fault. What was he thinking? What was he doing? Anyway, he finishes the phone call. So he's like, yeah, so there's no damage to your car, right? And I'm like, yep, it's fine. Looks fine to me. It's like, okay, well, see ya. Like, and my sister's like, let's call the police. And he's like, no, 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 there's no need. His car has more damage, right, on the passenger door, but he just doesn't want to call the police. He's like, yeah, you know, I'm not from here. This is not my car. And it didn't really, for me, I mean, I don't know if this is true or not. I have no idea. It just occurred to me later that that was kind of a red flag, maybe, because I don't know, does he even have a driver's license then? Was he driving maybe under influence? I don't know. Why was he so reluctant to call the police? Because, I mean, no one was hurt. I don't think this would be a big issue for him. But he was just like, no, 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 we're not calling the police. So I was like, okay. I mean, you know, fine. He drives away. We drive away. Everyone was fine. I did not enjoy that experience. So I'm like, you know what? And just the day before that, I was telling to Betsy, oh, December is just not starting off great. And I was like, you know, let's not catastrophize. And then the day after, I get into a car accident, get hit by a car. So yeah, not a great beginning to the month. You know, this Hoya has some cracks. You know how Hoya stem can crack, right? I think we should take this one out of the cabinet because in those cracks, I see mealybugs are just lodging in. So we are just going to treat that with Hoya cutis porcelana. Anyway, oh my goodness, how's your December going? Have you gotten into a traffic accident? Have you got your video perhaps reported that you're, you know, linking to corn websites? What's up with you? Can someone tell me? My goodness, not a great beginning. Anyway, I am close to being done with these and I can spray them. They have rehydrated mostly. A little bit this way, Waimania hasn't, but I think she's fine to be sprayed. There are really not too many mealybugs. They're like a little bit, but mostly on that Hoya cutis porcelana. So yeah, I don't know if I have any other exciting news for you. I think that's about it. Not too much excitement goes around in my life, and I prefer it. So what is gonna happen now? We're gonna do a bunch of B-roll. You're gonna see some Virgo trained son, aka me, clean the cabinet, and we have to be very, very detailed because there's just, I see in many places the egg sacs, which sounds disturbing, and it is. So get ready. Let's do something nasty together. Maybe this is why they remove my videos. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's begin. millennial. Ow. I forgot to film the outro for the video, so this is it. Goodbye. Imagine though, imagine. This kind of looks fire. Is this my color? People who do color analysis, what is this? Is like winter, fall? What am I? Who's me? Hello everyone, my name is How I Am. What's happening? Anyway, hi, it's me. The cabinet is here. No, it didn't go anywhere, Miro, but yeah, I put the plants back, a lot of them, not all of them. Still, I have some plants out, which will get to be treated separately. This video was supposed to go up on Wednesday/Thursday. I do realize it is a Sunday. Don't want to hear about it. Anyway, yeah, that is it really for this video. The only thing I didn't do, which I was hoping to do, is to paint the inside of the cabinet. So if you have a suggestion, I don't want it really to be a color. That would be the best way because they're water-based colors which don't smell. They're not toxic to inhale. But if you do have a suggestion, let me know. I don't think wax is an option here. I did try to look for it. Beeswax, not easy to find. Also, I don't think that would do enough. I just need a coating on this that's gonna be easy to clean. So I think something like, I don't know, is it a wood stain? We call it here Saddling or Bites. I don't know what it is. I think the Google translates this just as wood stain. So that's the only thing I didn't manage to do. And, you know, we always have to leave work for the future. So it really just looks the same. Let me show you. I mean, nothing really changed all that much. There are a little bit less Hoya here. And honestly, I think we should stay with less Hoya. I think one of the reasons I didn't like this cabinet is because it was perhaps overcrowded. I do like this one being full, but that's a little bit different. There's just something about this one. Maybe it's the selection of Hoya or the selection of trellises. When it was fuller, I really did not like it. Maybe I need to play around. I was thinking moving some of the Hoya from my window in the hallway, which I love, super neglected. I wanted to repot and recover some of them, so maybe I move them here because actually those are kind of high humidity Hoya, like Piestolapis. I have 3 Piestolapis there. Can't really tell which one looks worse. But maybe I move some of those here. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. But anyway, do you have any suggestion? What is it? Something is off. I can't tell. Is it the shelf level? Should it be something different? Anyway, I have to end this video because I keep hitting my head on this Vanda. I also am realizing I'm very hot in this sweater in this room. Goodbye. As always, let me know what you did while watching the video. And yeah, color analysis people. Color analyze me, you know? Instead of diagnosing me with autism and stuff like that, and, you know, some other diseases, do color analysis. Be useful. Do that. Okay, bye. I would like to take some time to thank all of my patrons for their incredible support. A massive shout out to my $5 patrons, my 2 anonymous patrons, Alex von Siebenthal, Anne Margaret Moen, Andrea Jerish, Angela Bernard, Angelina Farnan, Anna Malia, Anna P. Aspen Drake, Betsy Brett Noble, Katie Revert, Catherine Molina, Connie Pagano, Crystal Despain, Daniela Danube Daniels, Daria W, Deanne Sikorsky, Dwight, Edith W, Elena Saxon, Ellen Elora Graham, Farah, Francis Wilkins, Gathering Moss, Gina Geisig, Grositz Kyle, Hannah Matlin, Hoji Scott, Into the Forest, Yana Griffin, Jen C, Jessica Chio, Jody D. Gomez, Jonas Barhjorth Larson, Kara, Catherine P, Casey Gross, Kelso, Kimberly Polka, Christy Ehrlich, Laura Castle, Al Lindberg, Lee Mooney, Lucas Zerchevsky, Mandy Milliken, Marcel Haar, Mary, Marisa Kova, Marina Yarmolich, Melissa Walker, Michelle Heron, Mirka Grun-Roos, MJW, Moa Edmund, Miss Seidenhar, Anne Neely Yang, Nicole Maroney, Nguyen, Nita Macy, Odette Olapogo, PJ Saig Rachel Peterson, Rebecca C, Renee Church, Sharon Bone, Sherry from SC, Starla Van Lith, Suvi Cortecangas, Tessa Martins, Thomas Marsden, Tia B, Trista Bailey, Tristan Thomas, Vampire Siren, Van Alien, Xenia Green, Youth of the Volmud, Zaira Rivera, Zlokov Niponi, and A Flower. Also, a big thank you to my $3 patrons: Botany Benz, Kilone, Daryl Del Rosario, Deanna, Eden Corlett, Gia Rudolph Savarez, Holly Borner, Ivy, Joanna KPZ, Lindsay Ann, Maria Isabel, Monica Wykers, Nerdy Cathy, O'Here Plants, Ringlov Tang, Watan Isria Cool, VH, and www.myhoya.shop. And a thank you to my $1 patrons, Alice Borland and C, Brandon Pacheco, Couture Helvetica, Deepanjali Rao, Amelia Bronson, Julie Sullivan, Julie Lafford, Kayla Barbara, Kelly Ash, Kelly Gallagher, Chris Perez, Laura Jackson, Lori Ann Subramaniam, Luzmin Fernandez, Mary Diamond, Mary Rose, Neely Spicer, Nerdy Cathy, Olivia Chen Mueller, Pacific NW Plant Lady, Pax Slydig, and Steph Fox.